What is up, everybody? It is I, Ronin, and today we are learning how to play some Zoodiac. This was actually a request, I believe it was Hidan Kakazu, so I hope you are happy with what I do. I feel pretty satisfied with this list, actually. I had a lot of fun playing this deck, yeah, it's Zoodiac. So if you don't know what Zoodiac is, their whole gimmick is that they can make one card Xyz so long as you are only using their own main deck monsters. So as long as you're using Zoodiac monsters, you can make the Zoodiac Xyz monsters with one card. Yeah, it's pretty good stuff. It's pretty good. Yeah, basically this was a very cool deck, a very meta deck. A little few years ago, I think. I really got back into playing sort of at the tail end of that. But they had sort of their main boss monster banned. It was Zoodiac Trident. Here it is, Trident. It got banned, and the deck really fell off from there. But yeah, it's still a very cool deck because you have this guy, Boarbrow. So I'll go over Boarbrow first because he is sort of the win condition. So Boarbrow, it has the Zoodiac effect of being able to be made with one Xyz monster, and it also has, or being able to be made with one Zoodiac monster. Uh, it gains, and another common Zoodiac Xyz monster effect is that they gain attack points based on the attack points of their overlay units that are Zoodiac. So for every Zoodiac monster with attack points, they will gain those attack points. Boarbrow has the ability to attack directly. So if you can get a bunch of materials on your Boarbrow, then you can attack for the big damage. And yeah, it's pretty combo-licious how you get there. He also has another ability where if he gets damage while having 12 material, then he like sends everything that your opponent has to the graveyard, and then it changes self-defense position. So that's really good. The issue is it's very hard to get 12 materials onto your Boarbrow. So yeah, let's go over how we're gonna get those materials with the main deck. So we have free Zoodiac Burrowblade, free Zoodiac Whiptail, free Zoodiac Catarus, free Zoodiac Bunny Blast, two Zoodiac Ram, one Zoodiac Ratpierre, and free Watchcat. So all the Zoodiac monsters, they have different abilities that they will give to the Xyz monster they are attached to. This little bulleted effect here. Burrow Blade gives them piercing damage. Whiptail banishes a opponent's monster that the Xyz monster battles after damage calc. Kataros can negate monster effects that target your Xyz monster by detaching a Xyz material. Bunny Blast can do the same thing with spell effects. Ram can do the same thing again with trap effects. And Ratpierre is a very good starter card. I feel like it's the most important one to go over the main effects, so we'll go over it first. When it's normal summon, you can send a Zoodiac card from your deck to the graveyard, and we don't need to really go over its overlay ability because we can't use it because we only have one Ratpierre available to us. But yeah, basically there's a whole combo, and it gets started by having a Zoodiac monster on field and one in the graveyard. Another way to get to that is with Furrow Blade, because when it's normal or special or summoned, you can discard a Zoodiac card, and if you do, you can draw a card. Uh, Whiptail also helps with that a lot because, as a quick effect, you can attach it to a Zoodiac Xyz monster from your hand or your field. So that is pretty good as well. The other ones just kind of have like floating effects, really. Katarost. When Katarost is destroyed by battle or card effect, you can target a Zoodiac card in your grave, except itself, shuffle into the deck. Bunny Blast, when destroyed by battle or card effect, lets you target a Zoodiac card in your grave, except itself, to add to your hand. And Ram, when it is destroyed by battle or card effect, lets you target one Zoodiac monster in your grave, except itself, to special summon. So again, the big thing is you can kind of run these guys, Katarus, Bunny Blast, and Ram, as you feel like the effects you'll deal with. I would say honestly, Kataros is probably the most relevant right now. Ram though, we do run it too because you kind of really need a normal summon in this deck. Yeah. So Furrow Blade and Rat Pierre are really your starter cards here. Whiptail is good sort of support, unbricking you. Another way to get those materials. And Katarost and Bunny Blast isn't a boy, but Ram is a boy, are also, they're very situational. You really do have to make the decision of what you want. And now for the Watch Cat. You might be wondering why the Watch Cat is here. Well, this deck has a lot of continuous spells that we want in the form of Fire Formation Tentsu, Tenki, and Zoodiac Barrage. The Watch Cat, besides being a level 1 4-link Gravo, at the end of the turn that it was special summoned, and its special summon condition is that you control no monsters, you can banish it to set a continuous spell trap directly from your deck. So it's just a bit of a slow searcher, but it's something we can use. It gives us extra link material for the boys, because link material is a little hard to come by in this deck without running a lot of outside engines. Yeah, so it's mostly here to be extra link material if we need it. As far as our spell track goes, let's go over the Zoodiac. Let's go over, actually, not the Zoodiac set first. The special set first. So, Fire Formation Tentsu gives all Beast Warrior type monsters you control 100 attack, as well as an additional normal summon of a Beast Warrior. Tenki searches a level 4 or lower Beast Warrior upon activation and gives Beast Warriors 100 attack. All of our monsters except for Watch Cat are level 4 Beast Warriors, so it's very good. Zoodiac Barrage lets you target a face-up monster you control, destroy it, then special summon a Zoodiac monster from your deck as a hard one's return. And if it's destroyed by a card effect and sent to the graveyard, it lets you target a Zoodiac Xyz monster you control and attach this card from your graveyard to that Xyz monster as Xyz material. So, pretty good. It's a major unbricking tool. Gets you to your Furrow Blade or whatever monster you feel like you need, really. But yeah, so it is very good, and one of my favorite combos that I found in this deck is activate Tinky, get a search, get a summon, use Barrage to pop the Tinky, get another monster on board. So I have very much enjoyed that combination. And then we also have as 2 Zoodiac Gathering. So on activation, it lets you attach a Zoodiac monster from your deck to a Xyz monster as Xyz material, and you can banish it from the graveyard, except the turn that it was sent to the graveyard. Target 5 Zoodiac cards in your graveyard with different names. Shuffle all 5 into the deck, and then draw 1 card. So it's a good way to recover resources. You can give your monsters the protection they want. If we ran it at free, we would probably only need Ram at 1, but I kind of like having the extra normal summon, honestly. So, but you really can do what you want with that. Now for the generic stuff, we have free Pot of Desires, because there isn't anything we care too much about banishing. Free Call by the Grave, because this is a going second deck. It is best if we can protect our plays. Free Twin Twister, because spell trap removal is very important to us, so we don't have to deal with it. There's no Archimedes Zoodiac, unfortunately, so kind of have to deal. 2 Double or Nothing, because we are running Utopia Double in here, And because we're doing Pot of Desires, we don't want to banish our 1-of and have just 2 dead extra deck spaces. And that's pretty much the main deck. We went over a lot of the extra deck. We'll go over the basic stuff real fast. Utopia Double with the Utopia for the obvious easy OTK combo, which does come up pretty sometimes because this deck makes rank 4s fair bit easily. Link Karibo because, we do have a level 1 that we can use for it. Nightmare Package because, again, that level 1 special summons itself, so it is very helpful in that regard. We went over Boarbrow. Now we just have Brother of the Firefish Tiger King. It requires 2 level 4 Beast Warriors, which isn't the hardest to do in this deck. When it's Exceed Summon, you can say Fire Formation Spell Trap directly from your deck. And once per turn, you can attach a Exceed material from it to negate the effects of all face-up monsters except for Beast Warriors until the end of your opponent's turn. And it also has a floating effect with Fire Formation Spell Traps, but we don't have enough to really use it, so we will not be going over that. Now for the other Zoodiac Xyz monsters. So this is where we kind of get into the combo works here. There are some combo works with this deck. So the general combo that you want to go for is, first up, you need something in the graveyard. It can be from Ratpierre, it can be from Furrowblade, whatever works really. So you get something in the graveyard, get a Zoodiac monster on board, any you want really. Hopefully it's something that you can use the materials of. But yeah, so then you go into Chakanine, then from Chakanine you go into Tiger Mortar. Tiger Mortar detaches Chakanine, and then you, for its own effect, replace it with a Zoodiac monster from your graveyard. Hopefully the one that is in the main deck monster that is in your graveyard. It gets attached to Tiger Mortar, attack is gained. From there, you use Tiger Mortar to summon Boarbrow, and you have a very large boarbrow to attack directly from there. So yeah, just to be clear here, Tiger Mortar's effect lets you attach an Xyz material from itself, attach an Xyz material from your graveyard. Chakanine lets you detach an Xyz material from itself to revive a Zoodiac monster from your grave, but it is mostly a stepping stone. Hammer Kong also something that you can use, but again, it really is a matter of preference. I prefer Chakanine. But yeah, so that's the side deck. That's the pretty simple combo, honestly, that you have to do with it. And this deck can actually make a big boarbrow consistently. Do want to make that clear. As far as the side deck goes, Kaijus, just in case, our opponent has something big to deal with, an extra Ram in those trap heavy matchups, a free Dark Hole for the board wipe because it can be scary sometimes. 2 Forbidden Chalice to get those negations on our opponent's turn. Free Zoodiac Sign. It is the Zoodiac field spell. It gives all Zoodiac monsters 300 attack and defense, and some amount of protection. Yeah, by, destroying other cards in place of Zoodiac cards. Very helpful in a matchup where your opponent has a lot of effect destruction going on. And then free red reboot again for that kind of trap heavy matchup. But yeah, this deck is honestly really fun. I had a lot of fun playing it, and yeah. If you're new here, we just look at a few replays. I think I got 2 really good ones that I want to show. Showing the problems with the deck as well as some of the deck's strengths. But yeah, we just go over those. I go over the combos, things I thought I did well, things I thought I didn't do well, etc. So forth in that regard. And yeah. That being said, I'll see you guys there. Alright, welcome to the first replay of Ginkgo BCM. He's playing a Dark Magician thing. Okay, I guess we can't see it with turn 0. But yeah, we did manage to go second this one, and we opened up pretty decently. I'm pretty sure I misplayed here in this replay, but we'll take a look. So our opponent is going first. Not much they can really do. I don't know why they. I guess we can't look and see if they have. So there's summon a confit. I don't know. I guess they did brick pretty hard here, but I feel like you could have done more than summon a confit. But yeah, so it's our turn. We draw, we get the barrage, activate the Tensu. Tensu gives us the summon of Furrow Blade. We drop the Gathering to draw a card, which was Watchcat. We could have dropped the Cataroost. That was a misplay on my part. We will get the normal summon of it though. So we use Barrage to cost the Tensu to get the Cataroost on field. Then we normal summon our Cataroost to go into Chakanine. As you can see, we have a very large Chakanine here. We rank up into Tiger Mortar, and from there we can rank up into Boarbrow. Then we can just attack, pretty much. And that's what the deck does. So we attack. More than likely, we should have. Probably did not need to go around the confit, but the confit's going to try. Boarbrow targets, so we negate it. Don't destroy it though. So we're fine there. So he drops the Dark Magic Veil to summon the Apprentice Illusion Magician. And Illusion Magician will be getting him a Search of a Dark Magician. He activates the Magician Navigation to summon the Dark Magician as well as another Apprentice Illusion Magician. Apprentice Illusion Magician gets him another search. He activates the Dark Magic Attack to go ahead and destroy all our spell traps. I guess he didn't read Zoodiac Barrage though because he destroyed it. It goes on to our Boarbrow, effectively replacing the Chakanine overlay unit that we used last turn. So he uses Reborn to get back the Dark Magician. So he attacks our Boarbrow, sending the Apprentice Illusion to give 2,000 more attack points to the Dark Magician. So our boy is gone. We use the Zoodiac Gathering to shuffle 5 back in order to get a draw. And we get the Ram off the draw. We take a little bit more damage. And then it's our turn again. And we are in a perfectly fine position here. So we summon Ram, go to Chakanine, attach a Whiptail, you activate, go into Tiger Mortar, use Tiger Mortar to detach the Chakanine, replace it with the Furrow Blade, then remake the Boarbrow. Now we have a Boarbrow with Piercing, Banishing, as well as Trap Protection, and 1 overlay unit to use with it. So we go ahead and attack over the Apprentice Illusion Magician. I did not attack directly here because I didn't want him to be able to beat over our Boarbrow again. So we banish it. Now it's our opponent's turn, and he gets the Magician's Rod to add the Eternal Soul. Not quite sure why he didn't add the Dark Magical Circle, but hey, I guess that's his call. He has a really weird list though. But yeah, so he's going to go ahead and attack into Boarbrow. I guess he did not read the effect of Boarbrow. I think he was trying to recover the Apprentice Illusion Magician so he could attack over with the Dark Magician, but he did not read the Banish effect, I assume. So main phase, he just goes into the Wee Witches again. My guess is so he can try to revive the Dark Magician. It's our turn again, and we're actually fine here. We re-combo just because we can. That's like a 7 material Boarbrow. I did that just because I could. I'm not gonna lie. That was styling. That was just straight up styling on my part. So we just attack directly. He uses Eternal Soul to summon the Dark Magician. Gets the rod back because I guess he thought I would attack him to his Dark Magician. But yeah, we just attack directly. So that's the deck really going off. It has several ways it honestly can go off. That was admittedly one of them, opening like Barrage and something to pop as well as a normal summon. But yeah, the deck is very good at consistently making a big Boarbrow. Assuming you open the right cards, which you don't need to open too many of them, honestly. But next duel, we will show the deck its weakness as it currently is. And yeah, I'll see you guys there. Alright, on to the second and this time last replay with Carva. He is playing Bullet or Magical Musket, I guess. And he did manage to go first, which is exactly what this deck wants to do. So yeah, let's get right into it. So our opponent he opened the nuts, clearly. Casper plus ties is very good. And he searches the Cross Dominator, which is a fair search. Monster effects are very prominent in the game right now, so fair search on his part. And we opened up pretty well as well, though. So we summon Rat Pierre. He's going to Cross Dominator our Rat Pierre. I knew he had the Cross Dominator, so I can play through this somewhat play through it, but he is going to get the search for the Desperado, and then the Desperado is going to pop the Rat Pierre, which means we cannot play through it, but he does get some draws here. Unfortunate for us. We set the double or nothing because we can't really do anything with it. Should have set the Call by the Grave there. Really not sure why I didn't. But yeah, now he is setting up the board. If you don't know what magical muskets do, they set up this board. So he had negates, he had recovery, he had draw power. Now that cannot be destroyed except by battle, which is pretty hard to actually pull off most of the time. So he does make Max to get a special summon of the Starfire. He uses that to get the Thousand Strike, makes the Phoenix to pop our double or nothing with his dropping his own double or nothing. And now he's going in for some pretty decent damage here. As you can see, he is well set up with the Effect Veiler, the Ash, the Ghost Ogre, the Last Stand, and the Desperado. Yeah, we're in a rough spot here, so we summon Ram. It gets popped. Ram does float, though. He does get to search, though. So, it's perfectly fine. The Rat Pierre comes back. We use Call by the Grave to try to negate the Caspar. He's going to go ahead and Last Stand that, which is good. I was hoping to bait something else. So we go into Chalkonine, attack the Whiptail, go into Tiger Mortar, replace it with the Ram. He does something a little bit smart, though. He Effect Veiler, so we cannot, negate the targeting, which was unfortunate. So we just set the Gathering and hope he doesn't straight up murder us. But he does. He gets rid of the Gathering, and then he's just going to attack for game. So that's kind of the deck's big weakness. If you can keep them from having a monster on board, this deck doesn't do a whole lot in regards to like actual plays. But yeah, that's pretty much the deck. I had some more replays, but I feel like these two really show off the deck at its strongest and at its most, I guess, hard countered. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Is there anything I could have done to make this deck better? Any misplays that I didn't mention? And any other interesting ways you can use this deck? Because I actually really did enjoy playing this deck, and I would love to try to do more with it. But yeah, that being said, like if you like, comment if you have something to say, and subscribe if you want some more. This has been Ronin, signing off.